What's up, y'all? This is Corwin L. Gilliams from I King Amongst Kings. Thank you for watching my video. So today what I'm doing is actually gonna hand wash some clothing. So this is for people, if you're a single male like myself, or just an individual who, what I'm saying, you may be on a budget, or you may not have enough money, to do laundry. I mean, let's keep it real. Like, it is what it is, right? And you just may want to learn how to quickly hand wash some items or some clothes that you may need for tomorrow or whatever. Maybe you can't afford laundry to go to the laundry, period, and it's cheaper for you to hand wash your clothes in the house. Then this video is for you. Please subscribe. Please send me an email if you have any questions or anything. Check out my website, www.ikingamongstKings.com, and definitely stay connected for new and upcoming things that I'm working on. So right now, as you can see, what I did in the night before was I soaked the clothes in some water in a bucket. I put just a cup of laundry detergent and about two cap covers of Clorox. The cap covers that you're able to use. The covers that come with the caps that come with the Clorox. Right here, I'm showing you the actual one of the soaps that I use. I mostly use this blue laundry soap on white clothing, but I didn't use it in this episode because it's not necessary, but you can use it on colored clothing. But yeah, just two caps of Clorox, and that is the soap we're going to use right now, the Hispano soap that I'm going to use on the colored clothes. Those soaps are like $1 and change at the grocery. It's very affordable, very cheap, I guess. Affordable, I guess. Affordability is, I guess, based on perspective, right? How do you say, perspective, subjective, objective, based on your pockets, right? So right now, as you can see, I'm actually washing, the parts of this is a pair of shorts I'm washing right now. As you can see, I'm washing the areas that are most commonly in friction. So that's like the crotch area, the waistband, and just and that's it. So what I was saying is the night before, I would soak the clothes in a bucket with a cap of I don't know, I keep getting this messing this up. Maybe I'm a little nervous, I don't know, but so one cap of laundry detergent, right, and then two caps of Clorox. You use the actual caps that come with the bottles, and then you fill the bucket all the way up until all the clothes are submerged in the water, and you leave it overnight. And so here we are now, and I'm actually washing these clothes. So that it was kind of like a pre-wash. That provides a kind of a pre-wash where all the the dirt or whatever is kind of is able to get released during the pre-soak, right? And so we're washing now. So this is the second pair of shorts that I'm washing. As you just saw, I'm using the soap to actually apply the laundry soap. I'm actually washing right now some underwear, and like I said, you want to wash, make sure you focus on the areas where you need to focus. I don't gotta get too explicit, but there are areas, as we know, that we need to focus on to get clean and fresh, right? So here we are, and I'm just gonna leave this video at its current pace so you can see each and every item. So we did two shorts before. Now I'm doing the underwear, and then I guess another underwear, and then there's a shirt. And once we get to the shirt, then I'll fast forward. So yeah, so again, this is just an opportunity for anybody who, you know what I'm saying. For me, I grew up in the islands where I was able to, growing up with my grandmother, I was able to learn a lot of things that would be traditionally associated with what is it called, domestics, I believe. Just being able to, clean the house. I would have to clean the house every week, clean the bathroom, wash the dishes, sweep the yard, bathe the dogs, mop the porch, sweep the porch, and washing my school clothes like every weekend, ironing my school clothes. I'm actually going to post a video of me doing some ironing as well. And, this is just an opportunity for me to share my experiences, to share the things that I believe I believe I'm washing a shirt here, right? Yeah, so as you can see with this shirt, I'm washing, I'm applying the soap to the underarms and the neck area, get all that. And then we're just gonna, wash like before. Yep. So, so, I felt, inspired, to, share some things that I've learned, as small as it may seem. I think this will help somebody because it has helped me to, save. It has provided me numerous opportunities to, where I didn't have the money to go do laundry. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's another video where I can discuss, some to where I can be real transparent about, my life and, where God has taken me and how far he's brought me in this process to even come up here and do this. Because, this was not something I would ever thought I would be doing, but, to God be the glory, right? So here we have, this opportunity here, you know what I'm saying, to especially for single guys out there who, you know what I'm saying, you may feel like, you can't do these things on your own for whatever reason society puts it, in the minds of men to feel, inadequate or feel like they need to have certain people around or certain experiences to have the basic, our basic needs met. When, these are things, that we can do on our own, to keep the peace, right? There's no reason to have people around just to have them to use for our benefit. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's mutually beneficial. And I know a lot of people who are in relationships just because they are fearful of not being able to do certain things on their own, right? And so, hopefully this inspires, again, it's not only men, but I am a man who had to really, figure things out on my own, when it comes to just caring for myself, right? And so I truly hope this inspires some individuals out there to take the initiative to, be more self-sufficient, right? Not just in financial obligations, but also just with hygiene and just things within the house that we need to do, for our own happiness and peace. So I'm about to wrap this part up. I think there's a couple more pieces of clothing there to wash. I guess I could still keep talking. So yeah, I think our society just allows people to, to be, I don't know, like when it comes to just things that we need to get done, for some reason, there's a lack of confidence or just being able to be honest, right? Honest about our situations, honest about the things that we've had to overcome, or being honest about the things that actually help us, even though it may not be celebrated or seem or appear as, valuable. In fact, actually tends to be the most valuable, right? I mean, who doesn't want to have clean clothes, right? Who, wants to have dirty clothes? Like nobody, right? And so anything that would stop you from doing this is probably laziness, you know what I'm saying? Or who knows, maybe you just prefer to have someone else do it. Or, maybe you have enough to go to the laundry and do it. But whatever the case is, let this be, a blessing. That's it. So I think I'm wrapping up here. with another pair of shorts. And I'm actually gonna do another video where I'm actually doing white clothing, white clothes. So you can see that I'll also use the blue soap. But I believe you can use the blue soap. You can use the blue soap for the colored clothing as well. I just prefer to not do it. I prefer to use the beige soap, right? Beige brown, light brown soap. So yeah, so the I King Amongst Kings channel website, it's a lifestyle brand I'm developing. I believe it will be a great opportunity for me to be, to share things that I've learned in my life as far as just what I've overcome, my spiritual growth, the things that I believe can really help in transforming, especially, men who, have kind of lost their identity in this world and truly lost themselves and, desire a genuine opportunity, to learn from someone or to experience the truth of someone that they can, see that, we all, at the end of the day, no matter what our skin color is, no matter how old we are, you know what I'm saying? We all tend to go through the same things, have the same trials. And I don't know, it's interesting. I even when I did this, plan to do this, I didn't even think I would actually be counseling, right? I guess that's what you can say right now, counseling. But hey, God works in mysterious ways. So I just washed everything right now. And so now I'm going to put the clothes back into the sink. And yeah, we're just gonna empty that out there. And then we're just gonna have the fresh water, right, to wash the clothes. Wow, water is so important, right? So valuable. Thank God for water. So we're filling the bucket up right now to the top. And this is just going to provide just a basin for me to just as thoroughly as possible, wash each and every garment. So we're going to let that fill up. And while it's filling up, we're going to talk. So one of the things that I had to overcome, when it came to just, well, first and foremost, let me just talk a little about me right now. As you can see, I'm washing each piece individually in the bucket. And so that's going to go on for each and every item. So about me is that I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York, and my parents are West Indian and South American. So Grenada and Guyanese. Any Grenadians or Guyanese in the house, bless up. And so I also lived, like I mentioned before, 10 years. I stayed about 10 years cumulatively in the island of Grenada, where I was raised by my grandmother towards the latter end. But initially it was two individuals that they weren't relatives, but one was a childhood friend of my mother and the other was just a friend of hers. And so the idea for my mother was to have me go to live in the islands, to I guess to get a better education, to have a more wholesome experience, as a child can possibly have, right? I mean, living in Brooklyn, in quote unquote the hood, you know what I'm saying? For a parent from the Caribbean who may have been traumatized or just, experience certain things in America, that may want them or inspire them to have their children go back home, in their minds, where they think that it's helping, it's in the benefit of the child. But for her, my mom, she expressed that it was she was not able to, you know, be the best parent because of the hours that she was required to work, right? And so that's one of the reasons why. And my father, they weren't able to. They didn't, they didn't have a relationship. They didn't have a relationship. They didn't. They were. I don't even believe they were even on speaking terms. But yeah, so that wasn't an option. And so yeah, I was there for cumulatively 10 years altogether, and it was a great experience. At first, I didn't see it like that, but I grew to love it, and that was where, I learned. Okay, so here now, we're just gonna throw out this water right here. All right, we're gonna throw that out, and once we empty that, get that out, get that out. That's gonna just empty out. Yeah. So I grew to love it, and I must admit it was great. It was great, and I had a lot of resentment for my mother, and my parents overall because of that decision. I'm filling up right now. I'm filling the water bucket back up again because we're gonna do another wash, another rinse. So yeah, there was a lot of resentment, or whatever, and rightfully so. I mean, what child wants to be apart from their parents, right? But I thank God for the understanding that He gave me, that allowed me to truly forgive and just be at peace, and just to see the good in Him even allowing that to happen. Because at the end of the day, we can do what we want to do, but it's really God who permits anything to happen, right? So here I'm showing you some what I'm going to use, the fabric softener, which helps to give a fragrance. It also helps to soften the fabric, and I just like how it smells. This is also very affordable. You can go to the Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, or wherever that you get your laundry detergent, to yeah, to wash your clothes. And so we're just gonna fill the bucket up again and get that going. So so yeah, so we're gonna do the second rinse, and then we're gonna do the actual fabric softener rinse. So yeah, so it was, it was great or whatever. And so I came back here, and I was about 14 years old. I think I was 14, just turning 14. I did a little bit of junior high school here. Then I graduated in 3 months. I came here in April of 2003. Then I graduated and I started high school in that year of September. And I would say this, it was another experience. I mean, some would say it was a culture shock. I don't know. Maybe it was, but my first semester was great. I did very well. My first semester in high school, and then after that, it was just like downhill from there. I don't know. Like, my focus was no longer on my academics. It no longer became about the need for me to do well in school. It became about validation and wanting acceptance from my peers. And so my focus, I no longer wanted to be or desired to be, smart or the best. My focus now was being validated by my classmates and my peers, and that caused me to forfeit a lot of great opportunities. I'm gonna do one capsule here of one cap of, I think two I did, yeah, two caps of the fabric softener, and we're gonna fill that up to the top and get that going. Yeah, just wanted to receive validation from people who, now that I know really didn't matter nor really cared about me or just about anything, right? And so I eventually, not only did I dropped out of high school, but I did actual 5 years in high school. On, I can laugh about it now, but it wasn't so funny back then. So I dropped out of high school, and after 5 years, and I stayed the extra year with the plan to graduate because the opportunity was there for me to graduate if I was to do what I was supposed to do. But I still did not. I actually got more in depth into just caring about what people think, and just you know being consumed with superficial things like materialistic things. You know what I'm saying? And I would like literally like I would have class at like 9 a.m. I would have class like 8:30, 9, and then but I wouldn't show up till like 11 o'clock. But when I showed up, you know what I'm saying, I was probably, if not the flyest guy in the school or whatever. And that's where you can see my priorities was not in order. Like I literally like only cared about having Louis, Gucci, Prada. I'm not even gonna talk about how I got those things. Like that's for another video. But I don't know. Email me and maybe mention to me what it is that you want me to talk about, and we'll go from there. But yeah, so I eventually dropped out or whatever, and then there was this circumstance within my household where my mother was not well, and we got evicted, and yeah, I was homeless for a while, and then for a little bit, and then then I was doing some hustling, to get by or whatever, and yeah. So fast forward, right? And I'm laughing not because it's anything funny. I'm laughing because this is actually a whole lot to unpack, and it's not gonna happen in this video, but we can do it piece by piece. So yeah, fast forward, so as you can see right now, the bucket is full, and I'm actually gonna wash each and every individual item into the bucket, right? And just remember, this is the bucket with the Suavitel in it, so again, it just makes the clothes smell fresher and cleaner, and it feels good. And so we're gonna do each one individually. I'm gonna wring out the pans as much as I can with my hand, and then set it aside and continue on till it's done. All of it is done. So fast forward, about 3.5 years ago. No, actually, about 3 years ago. I just, after all and everything that I went through, I just was tired of. As you can see, that shirt, I didn't wring the shirt. Try your best not to actually wring the shirt because you don't want to stretch it. You want to just squeeze. You want to squeeze your shirts, like press them in like that. You don't want to wring it because it will stretch the shirt. The pants you can stretch because they tend to be more pants and like underwears tend to be more durable as far as wringing. But when it comes to the shirt, you just want to press them in real tightly so that you don't stretch out the neck of the shirt and other parts of the shirt, right? Just like that. You want to press in. So fast forward, I just knew at a point after everything that I went through, you know what I'm saying? I just knew that I felt that there was more to life, like, and I just started. You guys ever been in a situation where, where you have a lot of people around you, and this was the main thing in high school, where there was a lot of people around me, for the wrong reasons, and I guess now I know it was for the wrong reasons. That's why I always felt alone. But that continued even into adulthood, where you would have people around you in workplaces and environments, but you will still feel alone. There's no connection there. There's just, especially if you're someone who is authentic and honest and desires that type of trait in relationships or connections. You know what I'm saying? In a world where people are just superficial and surface level, it's quite difficult to find joy or peace around these people. And so they came to a point where it was just like, what, there's more to life than this. And this is coming from someone who I've confessed out of my mouth that I don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Because of everything that I went through as a child and into adulthood, I was just, I guess, angry at God for not, just, I guess, playing a role that I felt that he should have played. But little did I know that God was with me all this while and never left me, right? So right now I'm just gonna pour that out, and we're going to get that done. But yeah, God was always with me, and I'm so grateful for him showing up in my life again and giving me an opportunity to be great. So that's it. We'll continue on the next video. I hope you guys enjoy. God bless. Talk to you soon.